fourth place game, and that will be North Summit against Draper APA. And we'll also have the 3A girls third and fourth place game with Richfield taking on Carbon. Richfield, the 2 seed there as well, unable to make it through after a tough loss yesterday, and Carbon losing to Grantsville. They are the number 4 seed in that tournament. And then in the boys' third and fourth place game for 2A, it'll be Duchesne and American Heritage, the 7 seed and the 5 seed playing for third and fourth place. And on the 3A boys side of things, it'll be Grantsville and Summit Academy. It is the 4 seed and the 6 seed playing for third place down in Cedar City. Then for the 2A girls state championship game, it's all Region 19. Number 1 seed Beaver against number 3 Kanab. And that'll be at 5 o'clock tonight here on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network. TeamHive.live, powered by Centricom and KSL Sports. And the girls' 3A state championship will be at number 1 Grantsville against number 3 Morgan. A 1-3 matchup on both sides. That's an all-region 13 matchup. That'll be broadcast on TeamHive.live, powered by Centricom and KSL Sports. Then the boys' state championship games. It's all Region 19 and 2A with number 8 Parowan against number 3 Kanab in the state title game at 7 o'clock. And on the 3A boys side of things, it will be number 1 Manti against number 7 Juab. And that'll be at 7 o'clock. Both those games on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network. TeamHive.live, powered by Centricom and KSLSports.com. So a lot to get to here in the final day of the 2A and 3A boys and girls basketball state tournaments. We're broadcasting live from the Lifetime Activity Center for this 2A girls' 5th and 6th place game. Again, it's the 5 and 6 seeds squaring off to be one of just 3 teams in the 2A girls basketball that ends the season on a win. Of course, your state champion, the 3rd place finisher, and the 5th place finisher, the only teams in the state for 2A that have the chance to finish the season with a victory. And it's Parowan and North Sevier that will be squaring off next here from the Lifetime Activity Center. That's coming up next. This is the Snow College pregame show. Snow College was ranked the safest campus in Utah. That means you can live on campus in a location mom and dad can feel good about. That's what we call a win-win. Visit snow.edu today. We'll take a quick break, come back, and get you ready for the game next on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network. TeamHive.live, powered by Centricom and KSL Sports.
For more than 40 years, Jones and DeMille Engineering has been shaping the quality of life of those around us. They are committed to the communities in which they live and work and take pride in being able to protect and enhance them. As a full-service civil engineering firm, they strive to serve with a professional, personalized touch to provide value that reaches beyond the project, earning their reputation as the go-to resource for planning and infrastructure needs. Jones and DeMille Engineering, shaping the quality of life together.
Hi, I'm Barrett Hilton with TeamHive.live, where we've created a locally run video streaming platform for Utah schools. On our website, you're not going to wade through a bunch of unrelated content. You bring up TeamHive.live and you're just going to find a lot of high school sports and events. We've created tools that make it super easy for you to create events and stream to our site. And if you ever need help with anything, you can give me a call. So I want to invite your school to join the team. If you're a Utah high school, you can stream live on TeamHive. That's TeamHive.live, powered by Centricom.
When you think excavating, the first name to come to mind should be Carlisle. That's Carlisle Excavating. Building, demolition, water or sewer connections, backhoe and trackhoe work, Carlisle can do. Good news, when you've got an excavating project, you've got a professional on your team. That's Carlisle Excavating in Salina. Give them a call at 529-7368. Write her down. That's 529-7368. Carlisle Excavating can do. DP Curtis Trucking works hard to move America and get their drivers home on the weekend. DP Curtis is hiring reliable drivers with starting wage at 42 cents a mile, going to 44 cents after 90 days. Additional pay for tarps, drops, picks, and additional trailers. Employment options include insurance, 401k, paid vacation, bonuses, and more. To join the DP Curtis crew, call 435-893-2886, 893-2886, or click on dpcurtis.com.
Hi, I'm Jennifer Christensen, CTE Director for Sevier, Paiute, and Wayne School Districts. Do you know what career pathways are offered at your high school? Career and Technical Education provides career exploration and career guidance through 35 CTE career pathways. This gives students a direct connection between doing well in high school and being able to transition smoothly to post-secondary opportunities that include on-the-job training, certificate programs, and 2- and 4-year college degrees. To learn more about these career pathways, talk to your CTE teachers and school counselors.
Mason Machinery in Springville and Aurora have a non-stop tractor workhorse, just what you need for a non-stop world. Power Star tractors from New Holland provide unprecedented power, comfort, and performance in a utility tractor so you can tackle grounds, municipal or farm tasks with ease. Choose from 6 models from 64 to 117 engine horsepower with an open-air ROPS platform or spacious Vision View cab. Learn more about the Power Star family of tractors. Stop by Mason Machinery in Springville and Aurora today.
Live high school sports action on Centracom Channel 10 and the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network.
Welcome back here to the Lifetime Activity Center. Robert Lovell with you alongside Nolan Anderson inside the Snow College pregame show. Did you start a degree with life got in the way? Well, there's never been a better time to finish what you started. Snow College offers flexible options that fit into your busy schedule. Visit snow.edu today and learn how rewarding a Snow College education can be. And we've got Parowan and North Sevier. These two teams met first game of the season. Now they'll play the last game of the season as they bookend the season for each other this year. And back in November, in that first game of the year, it was North Sevier getting the win 48-42 on the road at Parowan in that game. That was a long time ago now, Nolan. But anything these two teams can take from a game, that first game of the season?
You know, I thought a lot about that. And to me, I think it's going to be the exact same type of game. I would, you know, if I was to pick a winner, I'd probably say North Sevier by 5 or 6, and that's what it was that first game. It was at Parowan. Here you're on a neutral court, trying to get that consolation championship, I guess, if you want to say that. You know, 5th, 6th place game. But these two teams are really, you know, North Sevier's been pretty consistent, I think, throughout the year. But I think Parowan's really came on. Playing a lot better basketball maybe than they did in that first game. And North Sevier's just kind of, I think they've just kind of been steady throughout the year. So it'll be interesting. I was impressed with, Parowan's had a good tournament. I mean, they took Kanab right down to the wire, who's Kanab's now in the state championship game playing Beaver tonight. And, you know, North Sevier ran into a pretty good Draper APA team that had a heck of a shooter, and Baldwin had a career night and drops North Sevier down here. And then North Sevier had to battle for the third time against Duchesne and was able to pull that one out. And we saw Parowan, you know, take care of Millard in a fairly close one, but then Parowan pulled away there at the end.
We'll have the national anthem for the first game of the day, so we'll step aside here momentarily and come back with the starting lineups and the opening tip-off. That'll be coming up next here from Salt Lake Community College on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network. TeamHive.live, powered by Centracom and KSL Sports.
Live high school sports action on
Some hands swing rackets or grip irons. Some make winning plays or navigate steep trails. And some hands heal. They mend broken bones, deliver new life, set us on the right path, and help us feel better again. At Sevier Valley Hospital, our hands are here to help and heal.
exciting high school sports action on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network and Centracom Channel 10.
Welcome back here to Salt Lake Community College. Robert Lovell with you alongside Nolan Anderson, and they're doing things out of order, it looks like, today. They went ahead and announced the starting lineups. The teams were ready for the national anthem, and they announced the starting lineup, so they had to hurry and get into different positions to get ready to go for this game. And we'll start off first off with the starting lineup for the designated visiting team in this one, and that is the Parowan Lady Rams, as they are the number 6 seed. First off, ring number 2 is a senior guard, Brindley Anderson, the niece of Nolan Anderson, to my right here. Ring number 5 is a senior forward, Caitlin Matheson. Number 12, a junior guard, Bella Robinson. Number 14, a senior guard, Brooklyn Hewlett. And number 32, a senior center, Bella Johnson. For Parowan, they are coached by Brandon Johnson. And Nolan, real quick, starters now for the home team, the North Sevier Wolves.
Yeah, starting for North Sevier will be number 12, the senior guard, Brooklyn Butler, followed by number 13, the sophomore guard, Swayze Mason, and another sophomore guard, number 15, Trey Torgerson. Sophomore guard, number 25, Kel Torgerson, and the senior in the middle, number 22, Allie Mason. And the North Sevier Wolves are coached by head coach Lexa Larson.
Tip is up, and it will be controlled by North Sevier. Johnson actually won the tip and tapped it over, but North Sevier corralled it. Left side high now is Kel Torgerson for the Wolves. Working against the Parowan 2-3 zone. Left wing to Butler. Looking at the high post, able to get it through to Trey Torgerson. Goes right wing to Swayze Mason, right through her hands, out of bounds, and North Sevier turnover.
Yeah, I think she was maybe trying to either get ready to shoot that one or pass it quickly and didn't follow it all the way into her hands.
So up the floor now comes Bella Robinson. She'll go left wing to Anderson for the Rams. Looking inside for Johnson, not there. Comes up top to Hewlett. On the volleyball line, left wing they go. Driving baseline is Robinson. Pull up 15-footer, too hard off the rim. Backside rebound run down by Matheson for Parowan. Kicks it up top to Robinson. Down inside for Johnson. Knocked away, but she gets it back. And now the pass is taken away by North Sevier. Butler coming down the middle of the floor. Tipped away from behind by Anderson. Out of bounds it goes. North Sevier ball.
Yeah, we've seen that quite a bit in this tournament. Brindley coming from behind, knocking the ball away just really quick.
Inbounding underneath is Swayze Mason. She'll lob up top to Butler. Guarded by Hewlett. 50 seconds into the game. Dribbles to the right junction. Got cut off by Hewlett. Now comes up top to Trey Torgerson. Left wing to Swayze Mason. Into the corner goes to Allie Mason. Now back to Swayze. Up top, they swing it around right wing to Butler. Into the corner to Trey Torgerson. Pump fake. She'll drive baseline. And stepped out of bounds. Turnover by North Sevier. Their second.
Yeah, right now, Parowan doing a pretty good job just in that zone defense, just matching up and cut off that baseline.
Robinson will bring it up the floor for the Rams. Picked up by Swayze Mason. Spins, now comes right wing to Anderson, looking inside for Matheson. Bounces it into her, guarded by Kel Torgerson. Double team comes, she'll step out of the junction, 14-footer on the way, off the rim, no good. And rebound is battled for. Hewlett has it, she'll step into a 10-footer on the baseline, no good off the back of the rim. And the rebound goes to Anderson for Parowan. She lobs in the lane to Matheson. Matheson one dribble, turnaround 6-footer. Partially blocked, missed it short, and the rebound goes to Mason for North Sevier.
Yeah, good defense right there from North Sevier.
Right side high is Butler. Fakes right, going to drive left, got caught, and traveled as she dragged her pivot foot.
She a little bit frustrated right there. Didn't think she did, but at the same time, you've got to be able to recognize they're in that zone, penetrate till the defense stops you, and then move the ball quickly.
So up the floor comes Hewlett for Parowan. No score, 2 minutes into this 5th and 6th place girls game. Left wing Hewlett tries the pick and roll for Johnson. Got it through the hands to her. She puts up the shot off the glass, no good. Got her own rebound. She'll go back up on the right side, around the rim, and fell off. And Butler the rebound, and she'll be fouled.
Pretty good pick and roll that time from Parowan, but North Sevier able to recover, and then, the shot was almost in and out. Obviously, Bella Johnson, nobody able to score right now, but North Sevier, Brooklyn Butler securing the rebound, drawing the foul.
Butler goes left side high to Trey Torgerson. Into the corner to Butler. Picks it up. Here comes the trap. Gets it to Swayze Mason for the corner three. Missed it short off the rim. Barely drew iron, out of bounds off of the foot of Parowan. North Sevier ball.
Yeah, North Sevier, they ran Brooklyn Butler through to the corner, and then she slid up to that wing position, then had the corner three from Mason.
And now the inbounds pass comes to Butler for the left wing three-pointer. North Sevier strikes first.
Yeah, right now
Make that a long two. Is that what they said?
Yeah, I guess it is. But what they're doing is they're overloading the zone so they get those open looks.
High on the right side is Hewlett. Slip screen by Matheson. Gets the catch on the baseline. Puts the shot in and out, and a foul called. And free throws coming for Caitlin Matheson. Having watched Parowan the last couple of days, Caitlin Matheson has become one of my favorite players to watch. She does a lot of really good things for this Parowan team.
She does, and, she's got that traditional turnaround jump shot. She posts up, but she's really good at just turning and elevating on that jump shot.
First free throw from Matheson, short off the rim. They're going to check and see if that was a three, it looks like now.
And I thought it. They're saying just a two, yeah. Said they did check it, but.
The foul, by the way, was called on Kel Torgerson. That was her first, team's first. Second free throw from Matheson is good. She makes one of two. 2-1 your score. North Sevier on top. Left side high is Trey Torgerson. Crosses over, bounces inside. Ball got kicked by Parowan, and North Sevier ball on the baseline.
Yeah, right now North Sevier's best offense is when they've been overloading one side of the zone, kind of creating a mismatch where there's creating space.
Bouncing to Trey Torgerson, lost the basketball, picked up by Robinson, going the other way for Parowan. So slow it down and come up top to Hewlett. 4 turnovers for North Sevier. 15-footer by Matheson, and she knocks it down, and Parowan takes the lead.
Yeah, right now, offensively, Matheson, they're really trying to get the ball to her and get her going early.
Down the lane, Allie Mason steps with the up and under, high off the glass, too hard. Backside rebound, Butler. She goes back up, no good, but free throws coming for Brooklyn Butler.
Yeah, good rebound. That's one thing you see out of Brooklyn Butler a lot. We saw the rebound on the defensive end where she draws the foul, secures the ball, and then right there offensively getting the offensive rebound and going back up strong with it.
Foul is called on Brindley Anderson. She picks up 2 quick ones here in this game. Aspen Jentz will come into the game for her.
Aspen Jentz, replacing Brindley Anderson.
Butler made the first free throw. She has 3 points. And the second. Free throws have been a struggle for North Sevier the last 2 days. Good to see him get going early.
Yeah, really.
Up the floor now comes Robinson. She hands off to Hewlett. 4-3 North Sevier. Hewlett works her way high left side. Rejects the screen from Johnson. Slip screen now. She lobs it into her, makes the catch, misses it short off the rim, and the rebound to Hewlett. She'll throw it up from 6 feet and draws the foul. Free throws coming for Brooklyn Hewlett.
You know, Hewlett, it's interesting because she was wanting to come right off the top of that screen, but North Sevier did a really good job of hedging and helping and forcing her back left. But if you watch her throughout this game, you'll see that she likes to go left and then pull up with that right-hand jumper, and she's probably better going left and shooting going to her left.
Makes the first free throw, does Hewlett. Second one is up and good as well, so the lead goes back to Parowan. 5-4 your score. Down the floor comes Trey Torgerson, up top to Kell, down the lane to Allie Mason. She'll work it in, kicks it back out to Swayze Mason for 3, rattles it in. Nope, long 2. That one, I feel like they're looking at the wrong three-point line.
I'm positive that was a three-pointer. It was behind the white line, and you're right. They're looking at the wrong line.
North Sevier coaches are letting the official hear about it. Left wing it goes. Driving baseline is Robinson. Bounces out to Matheson. Picks up her dribble, comes back out to Robinson. She'll take the 3, in and out, and rebound taken by Trey Torgerson. Up ahead it goes. Right wing is Butler. Dribbles in, steps to the defense, scoops it up too hard off the glass. Matheson the rebound, and a foul called on Allie Mason.
Yeah, now North Sevier's coaches should have the opportunity to go talk and get that corrected.
And Coach Larson saying the white line is the three-point line, not the blue one. Letting the official know. And she's saying that's 2 3-pointers you've cost us.
Yeah.
I don't know if we have the replay on that last three-pointer there or not, Nate, but
for sure.
That one I thought for sure.
Yeah, for
she
sure.
Was
I was blocked a little bit on Brooklyn Butler's, but for sure Swayze Mason.
Oh, yeah, she was on the blue line.
Yeah.
A good foot behind the white line.
It hasn't evolved yet for high school to go to the go to the replay.
No, it hasn't. Now they've added 2 points, which would be turning both of those into three-pointers.
Yeah, I don't know if we even find. Oh, yeah. Brooklyn Butler's was a three-pointer, too. Nice job, Nate. Get fined.
So it's 5 points now for Butler, 3 points for Mason, and it's an 8-5 lead. .342 to go in the first quarter.
It's interesting that in their mind they've been watching that blue line the whole time, knowing that this is a high school game.
Well, it might have just been the one official, because on the other end, when Robinson just shot that 3, she was inside the blue line, and this near side official had the 3 in his hand if she would have made it. But they corrected it.
Yep, they got it right.
Well.
Yeah.
Pass comes in to Brooklyn Hewlett in the backcourt. Under 4 to go in the first quarter, 8-5 North Sevier. Hewlett across the timeline, guarded by Butler, works away high left side. Off the screen by Johnson, guarded tight still, hands it off now to Robinson. She'll dribble left to right, kicks it to the right wing. 3 on the way for Jentz, knocks it down. Aspen Jentz, a big three-pointer.
No question on that one, Robert.
That's right.
That was behind the college three-point line there. So both these two teams starting to heat up.
8-8 your score. Swayze Mason drives baseline, puts up the 4-foot runner and gets it to go. She has 5. Now down the floor it comes, the two Gents. Out to Hewlett. 3 minutes to go here in quarter number 1. 10-8. North Sevier on top. Off the screen. Hewlett hesitates, going to drive baseline, puts up the runner. Got blocked by Mason off the basketball standard. It'll be Parowan basketball on the baseline.
Yeah, Mason does a good job just kind of being that defensive presence. She's tall, she's got long arms, she's a shot blocker, but she's very physical inside too.
Inbounding is Hewlett, passes right side for Johnson. Johnson spins into the lane, puts up the baby hook with the left hand and got it to go to tie the game.
A really nice job using the left hand right there to go over the front of the rim. Nice finish.
10-10 your score. Now passing the floor to Swayze Mason. She couldn't handle it, out of bounds. And North Sevier's 5th turnover.
Yeah, that's really just an unforced turnover too.
Now the floor comes Hewlett, guarded by Butler. Off the screen, works her way left side. Now backs out, hesitates, drives baseline, puts up the runner. Off the rim, no good. Allie Mason the rebound to Kel Torgerson. She hands off to Butler down the right side of the floor. On the wing, guarded by Matheson. Comes out to Kel Torgerson. Down the lane to Allie Mason. Allie being triple teamed, steps through it, puts it up, and she traveled to get through the defense.
Yeah, that's one thing, too, with the zone defense, and Parowan does a really good job of it. That when the ball goes to the post, they all collapse. They've got to move the ball quickly inside and then back out and be ready to shoot the outside shot.
Matheson hands off. Left side is Robinson. She'll step into a long three. Off the rim, no good. Allie Mason the rebound for North Sevier. Tries to go to Trey Torgerson. Through her hands, out of bounds. And North Sevier turnover 7 in this first quarter.
Yeah, and a lot of them are just right through the hands. You know, they've got to catch the ball before they look, before they want to dribble, before they want to shoot or pass it again. You got to catch the ball, secure it.
Crossover by Robinson. Works right to the left side. Now comes up top to Matheson. Left wing, Hewlett. Back out to Robinson. Under 2 to go in the first quarter. We're tied at 10 in this girls' 5th and 6th place game. Left wing is Hewlett. She'll drive baseline, puts up the runner, off the glass, round the rim, no good. And Trey Torgerson the rebound, bounces it out for Butler. Butler down the right side of the floor. Works her way through traffic, steps through and tries to pass it off. And a foul will be called. It's going to go against Parowan. It's on Aspen Gents. Her first, team's third. And it's a shooting foul.
Yeah, I thought maybe the one official was going to give it, say it was on the ground, but they're saying she was going up with it.
First free throw, good. Butler now with 6. Yeah, it's all Butler and Mason right now.
It is. She's hit the three-point shot, and she's 3 for 3 at the line. This is the last game for her, so she's going to put it out there on the line.
Second free throw good as well, so she has 7 of the 12. Swayze Mason has the other 5, 12-10 North Sevier. Hewlett across the timeline, picked up by Trey Torgerson. Left corner it goes to Gents. Lob inside for Matheson. Turnaround 12-footer. Air ball. Rebound by Allie Mason. Quickly to Trey Torgerson. She works her way down the middle of the floor. Crosses over. Crosses again. Going to go left to right. Hands off to Kel Torgerson. She'll go right to left in the lane. Bounces for Mason. Turnaround. Step through the defense and traveling called again.
Yeah. One thing that Allie needs to do is she's got to get lower in my position and get better position, get closer to the block where she can just take that one step or use the up and under, but she's getting too far out. Parowan's doing a nice job of getting her off the block.
Sadie Jensen into the game for Bella Johnson for Parowan. Jensen has it in the backcourt. Working against the North Sevier trap. Able to get it across the timeline. Weaves her way through traffic. Now picks it up. Got stripped by Swayze Mason, and Mason comes up with the steal. Has numbers up ahead to Butler. Butler goes right to left. Off the glass with the left hand. Got it to go.
Yeah, that was good. A good job right there. Butler using the left hand, kind of going around the defender and getting it up on the glass and letting it drop in.
Mila Torgerson into the game for Allie Mason. Ball got knocked out of bounds by North Sevier. Coach Johnson telling his team to slow down a little.
Yeah, North Sevier going to take an opportunity to pick up full court here.
And it forces another turnover off the hand of Hewlett, out of bounds.
And Coach Larson recognizing Allie Mason needs a little bit of a breather. Use this 1 minute and then probably the quarter break and then get her back in because she's just been a defensive presence and owning the boards down low.
Butler up top. Off the screen by Trey Torgerson. Comes up top to Trey. Now goes left side high to Mason. That's Swayze. Swayze backs out, bounces to the wing, to Butler. 45 seconds to go in the quarter. Passes to the high post. Knocked away. Picked up by Matheson. Matheson going the other way. Coast to coast. Drives right side. Jump stop. Got it to go.
And Matheson's had a great quarter.
2-point game, 14-12. North Sevier pass down the lane to Mila Torgerson. Being double teamed, steps through it, and she travels. That's the 10th North Sevier turnover.
Yeah, and it's because of the zone and the height down low of Parowan. North Sevier, once again, get the ball into the post, but then you got to skip pass. You got to move the ball, reverse it against the zone quickly.
Pass comes into Hewlett, working against the pressure. Now the pressure backs off. She'll throw down the floor for Jensen. Right wing, guarded by Torgerson. Comes up top to Hewlett. Shot clock turned off, 18 seconds to go in the quarter. 2-point North Sevier lead. Left side, Hewlett picks up her dribble. Now hands off on the wing to Jentz. Jentz comes up top to Robinson. Left wing to Hewlett. Left open, 3 on the way, and the lead.
Yeah, you can't leave Hewlett open.
3 seconds. Down the floor comes Trey Torgerson. A deep 3 off the rim. No good at the horn. And at the end of 1, it is number 6 Parowan 15. Number 5 North Sevier 14. In the girls' 5th and 6th place game on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network. TeamHive.live and KSL Sports.
The principal, office staff, faculty, and student body of North Sevier High School are proud supporters of the North Sevier Lady Wolves this season. They would like to congratulate the North Sevier team members, the coaches, and managers on a great season and wish them the very best in this year's playoffs. The school fully supports education and athletics in molding the future leaders of our area. North Sevier High School is happy to be a North Sevier Lady Wolves sports booster.
At UCCU, we'll provide you with a low-rate line of credit that makes it easy to access the equity in your home with no fees or closing costs. Just complete an application on your phone or computer or stop by any branch.
Hi, I'm Barrett Hilton with TeamHive.live, where we've created a locally run video streaming platform for Utah schools. Bookmark TeamHive.live, Utah's new home for streaming high school sports and other events. Powered by Centricom Local 10.
Live high school sports action on Centricom Channel 10 and the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network.
Welcome back here to Salt Lake Community College. Into the game now for North Sevier is Cameron Pierce. Getting a breather is Kel Torgerson. Parowan basketball up by 1 after the big three-pointer at the end of the quarter. Caitlin Matheson, right wing for the Rams, comes out to Jentz. Jentz goes right side back to Robinson. Robinson up top to Hewlett. Left junction now Jensen. She'll hand off to Hewlett. One dribble, 16-footer from the left side. Knocks it down. Brooklyn Hewlett now with 7.
Yeah, she can get going quickly, and she hit that 3 to end the quarter and starts off the second quarter the way she finished the first.
Hand off to Butler down the lane, and she'll knock down the 6-footer. Butler with a game-high 11. 17-16 Parowan. Up the floor comes Hewlett. Pass down the lane. Got it through to Sadie Jensen. Blocked on the shot and a foul called, and Jensen will go to the line to shoot 2.
Yeah, Jensen got good position down low and, nice pass to get the ball into the post right there. Mila Torgerson, I thought she had the hand on the ball, but maybe got her down low with the body.
First free throw, no good. They said that's the 4th team foul. I only had it as the 3rd, 1 on each Torgerson. Bella Johnson back into the game for Parowan as Caitlin Matheson checks out. North Sevier has Swayze Mason leaked down the floor all by herself. Parowan doesn't realize it. They make the shot. North Sevier didn't realize it quick enough either. Butler weaves her way through traffic. Down the lane, goes left wing to Pierce. Pierce works her way back around, drives in, puts up the 8-foot runner off the back of the rim, no good. Rebounds on the ground, and Trey Torgerson picks it up for the Wolves. She'll turn around and take a 3. Nothing but net. Trey Torgerson gives the lead back to North Sevier.
Yeah, and she shot that ball at the end of the quarter, and it was a deep one, but it looked good right there. She picks up the loose ball, knocks in the nice 3.
Pass left side, got knocked away. It's on the ground, and it'll be a jump ball, which will give it to North Sevier, a Parowan turnover. Again, I've got 10 turnovers for North Sevier compared to 4 for Parowan.
Yeah, and a lot of those turnovers have been travels and ball passes that went right through the hands.
Torgerson inbounds to Butler. Pressure by Parowan. Butler able to get around Robinson. Now to Torgerson. That's Trey with it. Thought about the 3. Now goes left wing to Swayze Mason. Mason drives baseline, comes back out to the wing to Torgerson. Up top to Pierce. Pierce going to dribble left to right, hands to Butler. She'll take the three from the wing, air ball, and rebound tipped out of bounds by Mila Torgerson. Parowan basketball.
You know, that's one thing about this. We saw this full court pressure yesterday, and it affected Millard. North Sevier, Butler's good enough just to dribble it, right through everybody. If they get themselves down, get down by the block, and get set up to shoot an open three, Butler will find them.
Kel Torgerson back into the game for Swayze Mason for North Sevier, and Brindley Anderson back into the game for Parowan. As Jentz exits, left wing is Anderson. Up top she comes to Hewlett. 6:15 to go in the first half. Right wing Robinson, she'll rise for three, off the rim, no good. Rebound picked up by Jensen. She goes back up, no good. And rebound by Butler. Down the floor to Trey Torgerson as she leaked out all by herself. Right side layup is good.
Yeah, that's one thing North Sevier can do. If they can secure the rebound, they can start to run out because Parowan is jamming the rebounder hard, but they're also sending multiple players to the offensive glass.
Hewlett across the timeline, guarded by Trey Torgerson. Parowan going to go four high. Right wing it comes to Anderson. Rejects the screen, drives baseline, tries the runner, got blocked on the shot, out of bounds off of North Sevier. Parowan basketball. Caitlin Matheson into the game for Sadie Jensen for Parowan.
Replacing Sadie Jensen.
Hewlett inbound for the Rams. Comes right side to Johnson. Right wing now to Robinson. Up top Anderson. Surveying the scene, now goes right side high back to Robinson. Going to go that 1-4 high action again. Right wing it comes. Hewlett with it. 3 seconds in the shot clock. Pull up 17-footer. Air ball. And shot clock violation on Parowan.
Yeah, North Sevier defensively, too. They've been playing man-to-man. They switched up and put Trey Torgerson on Hewlett. Trey's got a little bit longer length than Butler and affected the shot right there.
Trey Torgerson with it in the backcourt. Here comes the trap, able to get it up ahead. Through the hands of Pierce. Out of bounds it goes. Parowan basketball.
Another one of those through the hands that was a little bit high, but that's one that Cameron Pierce normally would catch. And once again, another turnover.
Into the backcourt. Bella Robinson with it for Parowan. She'll bring it across the timeline, guarded by Butler. Butler goes right wing to Anderson. Off the screen. Up top she comes. Back to Hewlett as they reset. Under 5 to go in the first half. 21-18. North Sevier with the lead in this girls' 5th and 6th place game. Right wing Anderson. Into the corner it comes to Robinson. Turnaround deep three. Off the back of the rim, no good. High rebound. Trey Torgerson has it for North Sevier. She'll slow things down. Gets it across the timeline. Goes right side and hands to Pierce. Pierce comes out to Kel Torgerson. Left side high Butler. Skips it into the corner to Trey Torgerson. Quickly to Pierce on the right wing. Back to Trey Torgerson in the corner. Skips it up top for Butler. Butler working inside. Nothing there. Comes back to the wing to Kel Torgerson. Left side three. Off the rim. Missed it short. And Butler the rebound. And hands it off to Mila Torgerson. Misses the left side layup. Rebound Hewlett.
That was a tough possession because North Sevier had really good ball movement that time against the zone. And, nice find. Torgerson's just got to make sure that she finishes that one high on the glass.
After a high-scoring first quarter, we've slowed things down here in the second quarter. Now Hewlett rises for three and the tie. Off the rim, no good. Johnson the rebound. She goes back up, got a little too deep, missed it. And bodies hit the floor hard. Mila Torgerson went down face first. Hewlett went down. And it'll be Parowan basketball. What did they end up calling right there? Jump ball?
No, because
they didn't switch the arrow.
Yeah, they didn't switch the arrow, so I don't know if they're just saying it went out of bounds.
Ball was still in bounds,
right?
right?
I don't know.
Left wing three for Caitlin Matheson. Air ball. Johnson the rebound. She puts it up and draws the foul on Torgerson. That'll be the second on Mila Torgerson.
The only thing they could have called, though, is someone must have stepped on the line because they didn't change possession and there was no foul called. Right? So how do you stop play?
No, that's the foul. Second foul on Mila Torgerson. Free throw is up and good for Bella Johnson. Allie Mason back into the game for North Sevier. That's with the fifth foul, as they have one for Allie Mason as well. Second free throw no good. Mason runs down the rebound for North Sevier. Able to get out to Trey Torgerson. Up ahead at 2 Butler. Butler couldn't get it to Pierce underneath and hands off on the wing to Kale. High post now to Mason. Left wing to Trey Torgerson for three. Too hard off the rim. Long rebound, and Allie Mason runs it down into the corner. Pierce. Pierce one dribble and travel. It's like the sixth travel or fifth.
Traveling through the hands. Those are the only two turnovers. North Sevier handling the pressure as far as, Parowan full court press. That hasn't been a problem.
Aspen Gents back into the game for Parowan as Bella Robinson gets a breather. Anderson inbound for the Rams. Full court pressure again by North Sevier. She lobs it in. Ball got tipped by Kel Torgerson, and Matheson runs it down for Parowan. She'll bring it down the floor. Pushing the pace, goes right wing to Anderson. Looking inside for Johnson, bounces it to her, spins into the lane, puts it to the left hand, off the glass and in. Bella Johnson with 5.
Johnson's probably as good a post player as there is that can use both her left hand and right hand, and she showed it again there. That's twice with the left hand. Nice finish.
Tied at 21, 3:04 to go in the first half. Up top, Kel Torgerson against the Parowan zone. Left wing to Pierce. Pierce goes into the corner to Butler. Down the lane now to Trey Torgerson. Bounces out to Pierce. She'll take the deep three. Off the rim, no good. And a foul against Allie Mason on the rebound will be her second, 6th team foul.
Yeah, and Coach Larson's probably going to bring her out and bring in Rosequist. But Allie Mason's done a nice job on the boards. And that one, she, got a little bit of contact trying to go up over the top.
Alyssa Rosequist comes into the game for the Wolves. Hewlett will bring it up the floor. 2:45 to go in the first half. We're tied at 21 in this girls' 5th and 6th place game. Left side high. Now they bring it right side high to Anderson. To the wing. Gents. On the curl to Hewlett. Going to drive right side. Puts up the runner. Got it to go.
Yeah, just a nice job. Hewlett driving and gets that one to, like you said, just to kind of right over the front of the rim.
23-21. Trey Torgerson bounces inside for Rosequist, able to make the catch, high off the glass, and in. Tie game.
Rosequist is outsized down there, but she posts up, but she's a little bit quicker and was able to go around Bella Johnson for the 2.
Up the floor comes Hewlett. Under 2 to go in the first half. Right wing to Hewlett with it up top to Anderson. Working against the man defense of North Sevier. Comes out to Hewlett. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Right side to Anderson. To Matheson. Lobs inside for Johnson. Dribbles left side, puts it up, off the glass and in with 2 seconds on the shot clock.
Yeah, and I think right now if you're North Sevier, you maybe shade Johnson to her right shoulder because she likes to go left and she finishes so well with her left hand.
Brooklyn Butler able to draw the foul as she misses the scoop with the right hand, but she'll go to the line to shoot 2 as Bella Johnson will pick up her first foul.
The 4th team shooting 2 shots will be Brooklyn Butler.
First free throw from Butler is good. Butler has a game-high 12.
Yeah, she's had a great game.
Sadie Jensen into the game. And she ties it with that second free throw. Swayze Mason back in for Cameron Pierce. We're tied at 25, 1:25 to go in the first half. Hewlett in the backcourt, guarded by Kel Torgerson. Lowers the shoulder to lean into her. Has the ball poked away, able to regather on the timeline. Left side high. Lobs in for Johnson, guarded by Rosequist. Puts it up against her. Off the rim, no good. Mason the rebound for North Sevier. And Anderson pokes away from behind, and a foul going to be called. That'll be the 3rd on Brindley Anderson, 5th team foul on Parowan.
They're right there, just got too much body on the reach from behind, and Swayze Mason doing a good job on the rebound and pushing the ball up the floor. North Sevier has, they've made some easy baskets in that transition offense.
Right wing is Butler. She'll back out. Comes up top to Swayze Mason. Brindley Anderson did lead the game with that foul. Bella Robinson checked back in. Left side high is Trey Torgerson. 20 seconds on the shot clock, 50 seconds on the game clock. Pass down the lane to Butler. Butler gets fouled, and that'll be the 6th team foul on Parowan, so no free throws yet for North Sevier. Aspen Gents picks up her second.
Number 4, Aspen Gents. Her second.
Swayze Mason inbound.
I was just going to say that gives them a fresh 35, too, so North Sevier can be patient.
Into the corner, Swayze Mason, open three. Air off the back of the rim and missed it. Rebound taken by Robinson, coming the other way for Parowan. Cut off by Trey Torgerson. 5 seconds difference between shot clock and game clock. They lob in for Johnson. Working on Rosequist. Double team comes out to Jensen. 16-footer off the back of the rim. No good. Johnson the rebound. Out to Jents. She'll take the three. Short off the rim. Trey Torgerson the rebound for North Sevier. Shot clock turned off. 18 seconds to go in the half. Butler across the timeline. Right side high. Down to 10. Crosses over. Goes left wing to Kel Torgerson. Down to 6. Out to Trey. She thought about the deep three. Now backs up, crosses over, 2 seconds, gets in the lane, puts up the runner off the back of the rim, and that'll be how the first half comes to an end. In the girls' 5th and 6th place game, it is number 5, North Sevier 25, number 6, Parowan 25. We've got your Jones and DeMille Engineering halftime show coming up next on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network and TeamHive.live, powered by Centricom.
When you're broke down, have a restoration project, or need new auto parts, get the good stuff at the Parts House, your local Napa Auto Parts dealer in Salina. The Parts House not only stocks the always reliable Napa brand parts, but the Parts House recently acquired Arapine Gas and welding supplies to become your total welding source in the area, providing oxy, acetylene, P25 mix, and all associated welding supplies. The Parts House is your total parts provider just north of the stoplight in Salina.
For a wonderful shopping experience with quality and customer service that's second to none, visit Gunnison Market. The meat department carries the highest quality of meat in the United States, certified Angus beef, while the deli offers delicious made-from-scratch crab salad, coleslaw, and high-quality Columbus meats with no preservatives. The bakery features custom cakes for any occasion, cookies, rolls, and tasty donuts made fresh daily. For good old-fashioned friendly service, come see the difference at Gunnison Market in Gunnison.
For more than 40 years, Jones and DeMille Engineering has been shaping the quality of life of those around us. They are committed to the communities in which they live and work and take pride in being able to protect and enhance them. As a full-service civil engineering firm, they strive to serve with a professional, personalized touch to provide value that reaches beyond the project, earning their reputation as the go-to resource for planning and infrastructure needs. Jones and DeMille Engineering, shaping the quality of life together.
Centricom believes the service relationship continues long after installation, and we're available to support you every step of the way. That's why if there is a problem with our equipment, a service visit from us means no cost to you. We know the value of a satisfied customer, so if you refer us to a friend, we'll take care of them and you'll get 1 month of service free. We promise to make your experience the best it can be. Centricom, keeping you connected.
When you think excavating, the first name to come to mind should be Carlisle. That's Carlisle Excavating. Building, demolition, water or sewer connections, backhoe and trackhoe work, Carlisle can do. Good news, when you've got an excavating project, you've got a professional on your team. That's Carlisle Excavating in Salina. Give them a call at 529-7368. Write her down. That's 529-7368. Carlisle Excavating can do. DP Curtis Trucking works hard to move America and get their drivers home on the weekend. DP Curtis is hiring reliable drivers with starting wage at 42 cents a mile, going to 44 cents after 90 days. Additional pay for tarps, drops, picks, and additional trailers. Employment options include insurance, 401k, paid vacation, bonuses, and more. To join the DP Curtis crew, call 435-893-2886, 893-2886, or click on dpcurtis.com.
Live high school sports action on Centricom Channel 10 and the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network.
Welcome back here to Salt Lake Community College. Robert Lovell with you alongside Nolan Anderson on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network. TeamHive.live, powered by Centricom and KSL Sports. As at the half, this is the Jones and DeMille Engineering halftime show. From slam dunks to buzzer beaters, the Jones and DeMille Engineering team is here to help you tackle the toughest infrastructure issues. That's Jones and DeMille Engineering. And we're all tied up in this 2A girls 5th and 6th place game. It is at number 5 North Sevier 25, number 6 Parowan 25. Nolan, your takeaway from this first half?
That's obviously you're coming out second half at 0-0 basically. Both these two teams had a great first half. They started a little bit slow and then heated up and then, kind of just basically held their own with each other throughout the rest of that second quarter. But, right now there's been runs for both teams. Brooklyn Butler obviously leading the way for North Sevier and then has an overall game high for both these two teams with 13's had a really good game. They need her, North Sevier, to just continue to play her game and have the same second half that she's had so far this first half. But they need to get a couple other girls going too. Swayze Mason with 5, Trey Torgerson with 5. Alyssa Rosequist came in off the bench with 2. But they've got to get a few other girls that can really get going. And I think it starts from getting the ball inside but then back out where they have an open look and has a chance to knock down that shot.
Yeah, it's going to be a fun second half. We're certainly in for it here with Parowan and North Sevier. Again, they met earlier this season, 48-42. It was a 1-point game at halftime. Parowan led at the half in that one. North Sevier ended up getting the 6-point win over Parowan. That was game 1 of the season. This is the end of the season. Final game. Talking to coach, the North Sevier coaching staff before the game, I was talking with assistant coach Sarah Swap, and she mentioned it's been a while since they'd been to day 3 of the state tournament. In fact, the last time was the state championship year in 2016, I believe, or 17 it was. 2017 with Peyton Torgerson, Haley Higgs, Kenzie Mason, Allie's older sister, that group of girls that had such great success. That's the last time they made it to day 3 of the state tournament.
Yeah, they've got to be happy with that, and they've got a couple seniors that they start. They bring in a couple other seniors off the bench. But primarily fairly young team, starting 3 sophomores. We've seen that, though, throughout the tournament. There's a lot of teams that have some young teams, and, North Sevier's got a bright future.
Let's take a look at our official stats coming into the halftime. First off for the North Sevier Wolves. Again, Brooklyn Butler 13 points, lead the way, 4 rebounds, 5 points apiece for Swayze Mason and Trey Torgerson. Trey also has 5 rebounds for North Sevier. Allie Mason hasn't scored but 6 rebounds in this first half. And then 2 points for Alyssa Rosequist. They're shooting 40% from the floor is North Sevier, 30% from 3, and then 6 for 6, all of them Brooklyn Butler from the free throw line. But not bad numbers for a 10 a.m. tip-off.
No. Pretty good, actually.
You look at the Parowan Rams, they are led so far by Brooklyn Hewlett. She has 9 first-half points. Bella Johnson with 7. They both have 4 rebounds. 5 points for Caitlin Matheson and 3 off the bench for Aspen Gents. They're shooting just 28% from the floor, 22% from 3, and 63% from the three-point line. So Parowan, their shooting percentage is significantly lower right now than North Sevier.
Yeah, it really is. And, a couple other stats that just stick out. North Sevier, 6 for 6 at the line. That's only been Brooklyn Butler.
Yeah.
She's the only one, so they've got to get someone else to the line and be able to convert there. But the other thing, too, is the turnovers. Rebounding's fairly even, but the turnovers, we've talked about that. And they're the travel, the ball that goes through your hands, they're unforced. North Sevier's got to be stronger with the basketball. They've got to expect the pass and they catch it before they try to do anything else with the basketball. And I think if they can clean up those turnovers, that's going to help them out in the second half.
Those turnovers, 13 for North Sevier, 5 for Parowan. And then on the rebounds, and North Sevier does lead 19-16, but Parowan 10-5 on offensive rebounds.
Yeah, that's what I mean. They're crashing the boards offensively, so if North Sevier can secure it, get an outlet, and then run the floor, they can get some run-out easy baskets. And I think there for a while they did that, and they were able to build a lead, but then Parowan came right back. So North Sevier's got to be able to rebound, box out, and then outlet and run the floor.
Jones and DeMille Engineering applauds the team for hard work, dedication, and commitment. The race for excellence has no finish line. Give you a quick score update at the half in the 3A game. It's all number 9 Judge Memorial. They lead number 7 Canyon View 28-9 in that girls' 5th and 6th place game in 3A. This is the 2A game, and we're tied at 25. This has been the Jones and DeMille Engineering halftime show. We've got the second half coming up next with Parowan and North Sevier in the 2A girls' 5th and 6th place game here at Salt Lake Community College on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network. TeamHive.live, powered by Centricom and KSL Sports.
Hi, I'm Jennifer Christensen, CTE Director for Sevier, Paiute, and Wayne School Districts. Do you know what career pathways are offered at your high school? Career and Technical Education provides career exploration and career guidance through 35 CTE career pathways. This gives students a direct connection between doing well in high school and being able to transition smoothly to post-secondary opportunities that include on-the-job training, certificate programs, and 2- and 4-year college degrees. To learn more about these career pathways, talk to your CTE teachers and school counselors.
If building dreams is how you make your living, demand the performance of New Holland construction equipment from Mason Machinery in Springville and Aurora. Choose from skid steer loaders, compact track loaders, loader backhoes, compact excavators, and more. Built-in visibility, stability, and comfort allow you to work with a higher level of confidence, speed, and efficiency. Learn more about the performance of New Holland construction equipment. Stop by Mason Machinery in Springville and Aurora today.
There is an athlete in all of us that helps us accomplish the ordinary and the extraordinary. Every once in a while, we all need some help. At Sevier Valley Hospital, we are proud to care for you and our community, wherever you are in your athletic journey.
Live high school sports action on Centracom Channel 10 and the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network.
Welcome back here to Salt Lake Community College as we go to quarter number 3. It's all tied up at 25 with North Sevier and Parowan. Parowan basketball to start the second half. Any keys to the second half, Nolan?
Yeah, I think cut down the turnovers for North Sevier. Obviously, that was probably the biggest key in my mind, that I think if they can, take away some of those empty possessions they had and actually get a shot, they got better chances of scoring.
Aspen Gents will start the second half for Parowan in place of Brinley Anderson, who picked up that third foul in the second quarter. And the ball knocked out of bounds here by North Sevier. Parowan basketball on the baseline. Starters on the floor for North Sevier with Kel and Trey Torgerson, Allie and Swayze Mason, and Brooklyn Butler. They lob in left side to Robinson. Into the corner to Hewlett. Hewlett going to drive baseline. Pump fake. Kicks it back out to Matheson. Long two. Off the rim. No good. Backside rebound. Mason rips it away from Bella Johnson.
Yeah, she's done a great job all game long, and they've used her all year long that way. I mean, obviously, man the middle, but really does a nice job rebounding.
Entry pass for Allie Mason from Swayze, knocked away by Matheson, and Parowan picks it up. There's a North Sevier turnover.
Yeah, and every time you turn the ball over, you don't get a shot, right? You've got to make sure that you get a shot each time down the floor.
Yeah, again, 12 more shots for Parowan in the first half. And we're tied at 25. Up top is Matheson. She'll go left side high to Gents. Looking back door, nothing there. Comes up top to Hewlett. Hewlett works away right side of the pass to Robinson. Looking for Johnson inside, being leaned on by Mason. Now she steps out into the corner. Grabs it, 5 seconds from the shot clock. A dig down by Swayze Mason, and she's called for the reach-in. That'll be the first on Swayze. First team foul this half.
Yeah, it was good help, but like you said, digging down at the ball, you got to when you drop help and you dig, you got to dig up so that you don't get that foul and knock the ball up.
Right corner is Bella Johnson. Backdoor cut for Bella Robinson. Off the glass, no good. At Trey Torgerson, the rebound. Now Kel Torgerson brings it up the floor. Hesitates, dribbles left side and goes out to Trey. Into the corner to Swayze Mason. She'll drive baseline, tries to bounce it back out, and Johnson takes it away.
Yeah, and it was poor spacing that time from North Sevier. They had 3 players all within probably 10 feet of each other.
Left wing Bella Robinson for the deep three. Off the glass, no good. Rebound Matheson on the baseline. She'll work it back out to Robinson for 3 again. That one's good. Bella Robinson with her first basket of the game.
Yeah, and she likes to come in off the bench and look to shoot the 3 ball.
28-25, Kel Torgerson dribbles in, pull up 10-footer, air ball hard. Rebound out of bounds off of Parowan, North Sevier ball.
That's good to see, though, from North Sevier. I felt like Kel Torgerson hasn't been really aggressive on the offensive end of the floor. She's got to be a lot more aggressive and make herself a threat out there.
They lob in for Brooklyn Butler, and she'll run it down in the backcourt. Coach Johnson wanted a over and back violation. It did hit Butler, but she never controlled it, I guess.
You've got to have actual possession of the basketball, and it just tipped off her hand.
Up top is Trey Torgerson. 7 seconds to go on the shot clock. Hands to Butler. Butler out the screen by Allie Mason. Lost the handle, able to get it back. Goes down the lane to Mason. Turnaround shot off the glass and in. Allie Mason's first basket makes it a 1-point game.
Yeah, she's been getting called with some travels, but that time she just turned and shot the ball versus try to, do anything with her feet.
28-27. Parowan on top. Right wing Gents. Into the short corner to Robinson. She'll back out. Now spins. They're going to drive baseline. Got cut off. Comes out to the wing to Matheson. Matheson goes right to left. Into the corner to Gents. Gents fakes right. Going to drive baseline. Puts it to the runner. Blocked by Mason. That's Alley, and Swayze picks it up. Swayze down the floor for Butler. Butler dribbles in against Johnson. Jump stop. Steps through her. Off the glass. No good. Didn't get the foul call. Johnson the rebound and brings it out to Hewlett. Hey, Parowan with numbers. Down the floor to Matheson. Up and under move against Allie Mason. Missed it short off the glass. Rebound tipped up by Mason. Is saved by Matheson, but Kel Torgerson has it. Working at a frenetic pace now as Matheson steals it from Kel Torgerson. Drives inside, puts up the 10-footer on the baseline, blocked and a foul called. And free throws coming for Caitlin Matheson.
Yeah, North Sevier, had numbers trying to run the floor, but then Parowan kind of 2 players back right there, and it was Matheson taking the ball away from Torgerson.
Second foul on Kel Torgerson. Second team foul on North Sevier. Free throw for Matheson. Good. She has 6.
That's one thing North Sevier needs to do is make sure that Butler stays back, let everyone else run the floor, and let her bring the ball up the floor.
No good on the second free throw. Kel Torgerson the rebound. Brooklyn Butler the other way. Nice pass inside to Swayze Mason. Blocked from behind by Hewlett. And Parowan comes up with it. 29-27 Rams in this girls' 5th place game. Up ahead left wing. Robinson left wide open. 3 on the way. Short off the rim. Trey Torgerson the rebound. And she loses the handle on it. Matheson is able to tie her up. Jump ball. It stays with North Sevier.
Yeah. Parowan's just, anytime anybody other than Butler, for the most part, has the ball, they're going to pick you up full court and really pressure you all the way down the floor.
Pass comes into Kel Torgerson. Matheson jumps the passing lane and steals it. Steps out of the baseline, 15-footer, partially blocked by Trey, but Matheson gets her own rebound off the glass and in.
And I feel like Coach Larson's got to get a timeout and just kind of get the North Sevier team under control a little bit and just reestablish who's supposed to be doing what.
Trey Torgerson steps into a three-pointer. No good. Rebound off the face of Matheson, picked up by Johnson. I think Matheson wants a sub after getting hit in the face, and Coach Johnson going to call timeout. 4:02 to go in the third quarter. It is Parowan 31, North Sevier 27 in this girls' 5th place game on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network. TeamHive.live, powered by Centricom and KSL Sports.
The principal, office staff, faculty, and student body of North Sevier High School are proud supporters of the North Sevier Lady Wolves this season. They would like to congratulate the North Sevier team members, the coaches, and managers on a great season and wish them the very best in this year's playoffs. The school fully supports education and athletics in molding the future leaders of our area. North Sevier High School is happy to be a North Sevier Lady Wolves sports booster.
At UCCU, we'll provide you with a low-rate line of credit that makes it easy to access the equity in your home with no fees or closing costs. Just complete an application on your phone or computer or stop by any branch.
Hi, I'm Barrett Hilton with TeamHive.live, where we've created a locally run video streaming platform for Utah schools. Bookmark TeamHive.live, Utah's new home for streaming high school sports and other events. Powered by Centricom Local 10.
Exciting high school sports action on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network and Centricom Channel 10.
Welcome back here to Salt Lake Community College. Robert Lovell with you alongside Nolan Anderson as we come out of the timeout. They do bring Brinley Anderson and Sadie Jensen into the game as Parowan for Aspen Jensen, Caitlin Matheson. Anderson to inbound, bounces it ahead for Bella Robinson. She'll work her way right to left, tries to hand it off to Jensen, got it through to her, back to Robinson, wide open 3, in and out and off the glass and in.
Yeah, and that's about the exact same spot she knocked in the last 3-point shot from.
Parowan opens up a 7-point lead, a 9-2 run to start this second half. Trey Torgerson hands to Butler. Butler left side, going to drive in. Got the look off the rim, no good, and a foul called. So Butler will go to the line to shoot 2 free throws.
Yeah, and that's big because North Sevier, finds himself down 7 after that 3-point shot. Butler shot free throws well so far in this game.
First one for Butler, in and out. The foul is on Bella Johnson. That's her second for Parowan. First team foul this half. 3:40 to go in the third quarter. Just 2 points this quarter for North Sevier. They're down 7 after being tied at half, and Butler misses both free throws. Trey Torgerson the rebound, goes back up, too hard off the glass. Mason the rebound, hands the Trey, and they'll come back out up top to Butler. Left open, she'll take the three. Off the rim, no good. High rebound. Hewlett has it for Parowan. Hewlett down the left side of the floor. Off the screen by Jensen. Pull up 10-footer. Off the back of the rim, no good. Long rebound. Picked up by Robinson. She drives in. Too hard off the glass with left hand. Rebound by Allie Mason for North Sevier. Rips through. Down the floor to Cameron Pierce. Up ahead to Trey Torgerson. Wide open left side layup. No good. High off the glass and a foul on the rebound against North Sevier.
Yeah, that's when you just got to slow down and make sure that you get that bucket. That's unfortunate for North Sevier. Missed a great opportunity to cut that 7-point lead to 5.
Swayze Mason picks up her second foul. Inbounding is Anderson. Pressure now by North Sevier. They had success applying pressure in the first half. Ball got into Hewlett. She gets it to Robinson, and the pressure backs off. Robinson right side, crosses over. Comes up top to Anderson. Looking down the lane, right side, got it through to Johnson. Johnson turn around 10-footer off the back of the rim, no good. Rebound bouncing off of everybody, and Cameron Pierce grabs it. Out to Swayze Mason. Down the floor for Trey Torgerson, who ran out again. Johnson gets back on her, hesitates, going to go with the right hand. Off the glass, missed it short. Johnson the rebound for Parowan. Tries to get it over to Robinson, knocked it out of bounds by Swayze Mason. Parowan basketball.
Yeah, Trey Torgerson, kind of just slipping out early, knowing that we're going to get the rebound. We're going to try to just beat everybody down the floor, but not able to finish once again.
Timeout called with 2:36 to go in the third quarter. Parowan 34, North Sevier 27 on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network. TeamHive.live and KSL Sports.
When you're broke down, have a restoration project, or need new auto parts, get the good stuff at the Parts House, your local Napa Auto Parts dealer in Salina. The Parts House not only stocks the always reliable Napa brand parts, but the Parts House recently acquired Arapine Gas and welding supplies to become your total welding source in the area, providing oxy, acetylene, P25 mix, and all associated welding supplies. The Parts House is your total parts provider just north of the stoplight in Salina.
Exciting high school sports action on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network and Centricom Channel 10.
We see the Enterprise and Millard boys basketball teams work their way into the building. That 2A boys fifth place game will be coming up next with the top 2 seeds in the tournament playing for fifth. On the boys' side, Parowan basketball coming out of that timeout 34-27. 3 timeouts left for Parowan. North Sevier still has all 5. Full court pressure put on by North Sevier. Matheson checked in at the timeout. She'll inbound. Lobs out to Hewlett. Hewlett able to make the catch. Down the floor she goes. Guarded by Torgerson. Knocks it away, but it goes right to Anderson in the corner. Parowan keeps it. Pass underneath. Knocked away by Allie Mason. Picked up by Pierce. Down the floor to Trey Torgerson. Left side layup. That one is good.
Yeah, once again, Trey Torgerson running out. A nice pass from Cameron Pierce, and Torgerson able to get the finish.
Bella Robinson spins against the pressure. Hands off in the corner to Sadie Jensen. Down the lane to Matheson. Jump shot from 12 feet. Round the rim. No good. Pierce the rebound. Passes up ahead again for Trey Torgerson, but Brooklyn Hewlett able to get a hand on it and knock it out of bounds.
Yeah, once again, Torgerson was out in front. We just needed that Cameron Pierce needed to lay that ball out like a quarterback to a receiver and lead it a little bit more and throw it up over the top of the defender.
Into the game now for Parowan. Aspen Gents checks in along with Annie Mason. Right side is Pierce. She'll come up top to Butler. Pierce has it. She's fouled on the reach-in by Hewlett. That's the first on Hewlett. Second team foul this half. 5-point Parowan lead. 34-29 under 2 minutes to go in the third quarter. Swayze Mason to inbound. 3 low, 1 high for the Wolves. Lobs in for Trey Torgerson, makes the catch, and stripped by Bella Robinson. Robinson coming the other way. Lobs up ahead for Hewlett. Hewlett right side, fouled on the way up. Free throws coming for Brooklyn Hewlett.
Yeah, North Sevier just not strong with the basketball. Another turnover, and it leads to an easy fast break opportunity for Parowan, where now Hewlett's got fouled and going to go to the foul line to shoot 2.
First foul on Brooklyn Butler, 4th team foul. Hewlett's 2 for 2 from the charity stripe in this game, has 9 points to lead Parowan. First one here. No good. Alyssa Rosequist, Kel Torgerson into the game. Trey Torgerson and Swayze Mason will come out for North Sevier. Second one from Hewlett. Good. She has 10. 6-point Parowan lead, 35-29. Butler down the lane to Allie Mason. Didn't realize how open she was. Now she steps through the defense and gets it to go.
Yeah, good. One hard dribble and then step through and laid it over the front of the rim.
Robinson brings up the floor for Parowan. Cut off by Pierce. Crosses over. Going to drive baseline. Got cut off again. Now lobs it up top to Gents. Straight away three. In and out and drops back in. Aspen Gents with 6 off the bench.
And there was no hesitation, Robert, on that one. She looked like she was wanting the shot the whole way.
Pass inside for Rosequist off of her hands out of bounds. It was a low bounce pass and unable to hold on to it. 19 North Sevier turnovers.
Yeah, and it's just, man, they need some stickum on the hands or something.
Robinson makes the catch. She'll bring it up the floor for Parowan. Nobody's stopping her. Now she gets cut off by Allie Mason. Puts up the runner off the glass and in. Robinson with 8. And it's now a 9-point Parowan lead. 1:05 to go in the third quarter.
And you talked about it. Nobody's stopping her. You got to stop the ball.
Pass down the lane to Rosequist and a reach-in foul on Caitlin Matheson. That will be her first, team's third.
Number 5, Caitlin Matheson, her first.
North Sevier just kind of a rough quarter, only 6 points, and they're obviously down 9, but they've got to get a bucket here.
Bouncing to Allie Mason, back to the corner to Kel Torgerson for 3. There it is. A big three-pointer for Kel Torgerson, her first points of the game.
Yeah, that was huge, and they need her offensively to get going.
Hewlett down the floor, picked up by Butler. 47 seconds to go in the third quarter. 18 seconds difference between shot clock and game clock. 6-point Parowan lead. Left side high Robinson. Works her way around to the right side of the pass to Hewlett. Hewlett dribbles in, cut off on the free throw line, hands off to Matheson. Right wing Robinson. Back to Hewlett. 12 seconds on the shot clock. Drives right to left, puts up the runner as she fades to her left. No good off the rim. Allie Mason the rebound. Kel Torgerson down the left side of the floor. Going to push the pace. Gets cut off, pump fake, turn around, 10-foot shot, air ball, just barely drew the iron and rebound by Hewlett. 16 seconds for Parowan. Down to 10. Hewlett with it up top, crosses over. Lowers the shoulder, dribble left side, goes to the corner to Matheson. She works her way left to right. Lobs right side for Jens, makes the catch, throws it up as she falls out of bounds. No good off the back of the rim. And that's how the third quarter comes to an end through 3. It's number 6, Parowan 40. Number 5, North Sevier 34 on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network. TeamHive.live, powered by Centricom and KSL Sports.
For a wonderful shopping experience with quality and customer service that's second to none, visit Gunnison Market. The meat department carries the highest quality of meat in the United States, certified Angus beef, while the deli offers delicious made-from-scratch crab salad, coleslaw, and high-quality Columbus meats with no preservatives. The bakery features custom cakes for any occasion, cookies, rolls, and tasty donuts made fresh daily. For good old-fashioned friendly service, come see the difference at Gunnison Market in Gunnison.
For more than 40 years, Jones & DeMille Engineering has been shaping the quality of life of those around us. They are committed to the communities in which they live and work and take pride in being able to protect and enhance them. As a full-service civil engineering firm, they strive to serve with a professional, personalized touch to provide value that reaches beyond the project, earning their reputation as the go-to resource for planning and infrastructure needs. Jones & DeMille Engineering, shaping the quality of life together.
Exciting high school sports action on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network and Centricom Channel 10.
We're back here at Salt Lake Community College as we go to the fourth quarter, final 8 minutes. It's a 6-point Parowan lead, and turnovers continue to plague North Sevier.
Yeah, they do, and, you know, when you come down and don't get a shot off and then Parowan gets one or maybe multiple shot opportunities, it's going to be hard to win, and you got one quarter to do it right here. You have to take care of the ball, and it's literally just being strong with the basketball.
19-7 on turnovers. North Sevier with 19. Parowan basketball to start this fourth quarter. Brooklyn Hewlett on the volleyball line. Goes left wing to Brinley Anderson. Anderson bounces inside for Matheson. Kicks it out to Robinson. Wide open 3. Off the glass. Didn't draw iron on the backside. Rebound by Hewlett. She goes back up. No good on the floater. And Alyssa Rosequist, the rebound for North Sevier. Out to Butler. Ball got tipped, though, by Matheson and picked up by Robinson. Parowan the other way. Lobs right side to Matheson. Driving baseline. Got past Rosequist. Off the glass and in.
Yeah, you got to cut off the baseline. It's too easy when you give them the baseline. Let them go right around you and score.
Right side high, Trey Torgerson. Up top to Rosequist. Straight away 3. Air ball. Rebound saved by Kel Torgerson, but Anderson has it for Parowan. She gets it to Hewlett. 8-point Parowan lead. 7:10 to go in the game in this girls' fifth place game. Left side high Robinson. Pass up top to Anderson. Right wing we go. Now lob into the lane to Johnson, working on Rosequist. Stripped by Butler. It's on the ground. Ball goes out. Last touch by North Sevier, Parowan basketball.
Yeah, and they're going to have to really pick up the defensive intensity, try to create some more turnovers of their own or get some steals.
Lob in for Johnson. Rosequist on her. One dribble, tries to pass it out, knocked away by Kel Torgerson, picked up by Trey. Guarded by Matheson in the backcourt. Gets across the timeline, up ahead to Pierce. Hands off to Butler. Butler will come and set up the offense up top. Step into a three. Off the glass, didn't draw iron. Anderson the rebound for Parowan.
Yeah, really just no offense for North Sevier right now. Just kind of one-on-one and nothing being really set or ran as far as a set play.
Anderson drives baseline, blocked on the shot by Torgerson, but gets it back. Goes to Hewlett. She'll go right to left down the lane. Puts up the runner. No good. And rebound goes to Butler. Butler with a 2-on-1. Up ahead to Trey Torgerson. Left side layup. High off the glass and in.
That's been their best offense, is get the ball and just run the floor, and they need more of it.
Been about their only offense in the second half. Now there's a turnover by Parowan. The pass came into Hewlett, and she went right back to Robinson, who wasn't back in bounds yet.
Yeah, that's what they need, though. They got to create some turnovers of their own and pick up the defensive intensity.
North Sevier ball, 4 around the key in a box set. Pass into Rosequist. Ball got stripped. Rosequist able to corral it. Puts it up against the defense. Blocked on the shot. Johnson comes down with it for the Rams. Hewlett brings it up now for Parowan. Timeout called by Coach Johnson with 5:48 to go in the game in this girls' fifth-place game. It's Parowan 42, North Sevier 36 on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network. TeamHive.live, powered by Centricom and KSL Sports.
Hi, I'm Barrett Hilton with TeamHive.live, where we've created a locally run video streaming platform for Utah schools. On our website, you're not going to wade through a bunch of unrelated content. You bring up TeamHive.live and you're just going to find a lot of high school sports and events. We've created tools that make it super easy for you to create events and stream to our site. And if you ever need help with anything, you can give me a call. So I want to invite your school to join the team. If you're a Utah high school, you can stream live on TeamHive. That's TeamHive.live, powered by Centricom.
When you think excavating, the first name to come to mind should be Carlisle. That's Carlisle Excavating. Building, demolition, water or sewer connections, backhoe and trackhoe work, Carlisle can do. Good news, when you've got an excavating project, you've got a professional on your team. That's Carlisle Excavating in Salina. Give them a call at 529-7368. Write her down. That's 529-7368. Carlisle Excavating can do.
Exciting high school sports action on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network and Centricom Channel 10.
We're back here at Salt Lake Community College. Parowan basketball coming out of the timeout, leading North Sevier by 6 in this 2A girls' fifth-place game. Left side high is Anderson. Looking in for Matheson, bounces it to her, guarded by Kel Torgerson. Kicks it out right wing to Hewlett. Hewlett going to dribble in, stripped on the way up, ball's on the ground. Both teams, Bella Johnson dives for it to save a possession for Parowan, but she does get tied up, so jump ball goes to North Sevier.
Yeah, and that was just good defense, too, from Brooklyn Butler. She knows that Hewlett likes to go left, pull up right. She was right there letting her go left, but then had her hand ready to knock the ball away when she tried to come up and shoot the ball.
The hustle play by Bella Johnson to save that and ultimately change the possession arrow is what happened. And now they're going to get it right back because she ties up Kel Torgerson in the corner, so a North Sevier turnover.
Yeah, North Sevier just has had a rough game, just not being able to just handle the passes and secure it and rip the ball through, keep those Parowan hands off the ball.
Pass down the floor to Johnson. She gets it to Robinson. Robinson will bring it up the floor against the North Sevier pressure. Butler ties her up. Ball gets knocked away. Hewlett gathers it on the sideline. And now Matheson had it knocked away by Trey Torgerson. Butler picks it up with a dribble. Going the other way. Anderson giving chase. Puts it up off the glass. No good off the rim. It fell off short. And the rebound goes to Johnson. She'll get it out to Anderson. Anderson back the other way for Parowan. Up ahead to Matheson. One stop off the glass. Round the rim. No good. Mason the rebound for North Sevier. That's Alley in the game.
Yeah, Parowan's going to want that one back. Nice pass from Anderson over to Matheson, but just in and out.
Left side high is Kel Torgerson. To the wing to Kel from Trey. Down inside to Rosequist. Up and under, back to Kel. She'll drive baseline. Nothing there. She got cut off looking for some help. And able to pass it out to Trey Torgerson. Pump fake on the shot. She'll cross over. Up top to Butler. Butler works her way to the left wing, poked away by Anderson. Down to 7 seconds in the shot clock. Left side, Kel Torgerson steps into a three. Short off the rim. Butler the rebound and the putback on the left side.
Butler just all over the floor right now, doing a nice job recognizing shots going up, getting in position to get the rebound and put back.
Butler now with a game-high 15 for the Wolves. That's her first point of the second half, though. Right wing is Anderson. Bounces in for Matheson, threw it at her feet, and a foul will be called on the reach-in. It's going to go against Alyssa Rosequist. Her first, team's fifth. Swayze Mason into the game for Kel Torgerson for North Sevier.
Yeah, Swayze back in for defense right here. She's good at picking pockets and getting a lot of steals.
Hewlett inbound, lobs out for Robinson. Pump fake, going to drive right side, puts up the runner from 6 feet. Got it to go.
Robinson just a really nice job giving the shot fake, going down the middle and finishing that one.
10 second half points for Robinson. Up top, Mason. Goes left side to Swayze Mason. Up top now to Trey Torgerson. 6-point Parowan lead, 44-38, 3:43 to go in the game. Give and go from Butler back to Trey Torgerson. Through her hands, picked up by Bella Johnson. North Sevier's 22nd turnover. Up ahead to Robinson. Steps into a transition three. Short off the rim. Backside rebound. Out of bounds off of Parowan. North Severe ball. Outside official is going to come confer with the underneath one to decide if it should stay Parowan. They're continuing to talk about it. They're going to change it and give it to Parowan. 3:30 to go in the game. 6-point Parowan lead, 44-38. This is the 2A girls' fifth place game. Hewlett to inbound underneath. Goes right wing to Anderson. Out to Johnson. Dribbles in right to left. Nothing back door. Now puts up the 10-footer. Got it to go. Bella Johnson with 9.
That was a big basket because she was guarded closely, but just a nice shot.
Alyssa Rosequist goes the other way and misses the layup air ball. Rebound by Matheson. She gets it to Johnson. Parowan can go up by double digits here with 3:05 to go in the game. Right side high is Anderson. Under 3. And she traveled. She picked up her pivot foot before the dribble came down. Aspen Jent into the game for Brindley Anderson. This has been Parowan's worst quarter for turnovers with 5 of them in this fourth quarter.
And still, there's plenty of time. North Severe down 8, but they've got 2 minutes and 57 seconds here to really ratchet up the defense and pressure hard. They're only at 5 team fouls, so they can go for some steals, and if you foul, you're okay. You're not putting them at the line yet. But offensively, they've got to take care of the ball and make sure they get a shot up.
Yeah, that's they've got 22 turnovers compared to 12 for Parowan, and Parowan has 5 of those 12 in this fourth quarter.
The last 6 minutes basically.
So it'll be North Severe basketball, and we come out of the timeout. Coach Larson using her first timeout of the game. So North Severe still has 4 timeouts left. Parowan has 2 timeouts left with 2:57 to go in this one. Parowan up by 8, 46-38. As the Parowan leads North Severe in this 2A girls' 5th place game. Again, coming up next, we will have the 2A boys' 5th place game with number 1 Enterprise against number 2 Millard playing in that one. And, of course, later on we do have the 3rd and 4th place games along with the state championships. All Region 19 state titles for 2A.
Yeah.
Parowan Kanab boys, Beaver Kanab girls. I'll tell you what, you'll get most of Kanab up here. Beaver and Parowan will hang around for both those games. It'll be a packed house.
Oh, yeah, it will. We were talking about that before this game started. Will they open up the top or not?
Right wing is Trey Torgerson. Comes off the screen, picks up her dribble, 14-footer, but she traveled as the dig came down from Gents. She had to use an extra step to step through it.
Right here, too, they're picking up full court man-to-man. Parowan's thrown up the ball over the top multiple times.
They do get it into Hewlett. There's the trap right back to Matheson. Matheson down the floor. Goes right corner to Gents. Pump fake. She'll dribble in. Goes back to Matheson in the short corner. Out to the wing to Hewlett. Up top to Robinson. She'll spin against the pressure of Butler. Works her way left side. Pass to the wing to Gents. Up top Hewlett. Parowan content to play keep away. 15 seconds in the shot clock. Up top Johnson. Left side to Robinson. On the baseline, bounces across for Matheson. She puts up the 6-footer. Got it to go. 10-point lead.
Yeah, really good execution from Parowan. They pretty much used the whole shot clock and score.
Trey Torgerson the other way, puts up the 8-foot runner and gets it to go. She has 11.
Yeah, North Sevier's got to be quick just like that. Get right down the floor and score. Nice job from Trey Torgerson.
Now a foul called on Brooklyn Butler as Hewlett was lowering the shoulder and just kind of digging into the hip, and Butler tried to get in tighter with her. Second on Butler, 6th team foul. 8-point Parowan lead. A pass in up top. Making the catch is Jentz. Jentz working her way right side, guarded by Rosequist. Picks up her dribble. Ball knocked away, and Rosequist gets a steal. Down the floor for Swayze Mason. Mason picks it up, goes left wing to Butler. Butler gathers against Hewlett. Scoop with the left hand, no good. Rebound knocked out of bounds by Parowan. North Sevier ball.
Yeah, this one North Sevier needs to be able to run that out of bounds play where they get the open three-point look and knock one in and cut it to 5.
From the Anderson back in the game for Aspen Jentz for Parowan. Right wing is Butler underneath the Trey Torgerson. Turnaround shot off the back of the rim, no good. Rosequist the rebound. She'll go back up off the glass, round the rim, no good. And rebound is battled for between Anderson and Mason. It'll stay with North Sevier. 1:41 to go. 8-point Parowan lead, 48-40. Swayze Mason to inbound for the Wolves. Throws it out for Trey Torgerson. Deep three. Nothing but net. Trey Torgerson with 14, and it's a 5-point game. 48-43 Parowan. Pass into Matheson. Torgerson under tight. Goes off the screen. Crosses over to get around Rosequist. Down the floor she comes. Bounces to Johnson. Johnson holding. Now lobs up top to Robinson. She'll back out and slow things down. Right side high Hewlett. 1:20 to go in the game. 5-point lead for Parowan. Left side high Anderson. And foul will be called on Alyssa Rosequist. That'll send Anderson to the line to shoot 1-1.
Yeah, North Sevier, picking them up full court, pressing them really hard, but really impressed with Parowan and their patience right there. I thought Bella Johnson might take an early quick shot, but nope, she held it, gathered it, and then passed it back out. And, obviously in the last timeout, Parowan really emphasized using the shot clock.
They're going to bring Mila Torgerson in, and they pulled her back, did Coach Larson. Anderson to shoot 1-1. Here's the front end. Good. Her first point of the game. This one's big. It'll make it 3 possessions.
Yeah, we talked about the importance of shooting free throws and making them late in the game down the stretch.
Second one off the back of the rim, no good, but Matheson the offensive rebound. Picks up her dribble, and timeout called by Coach Johnson with 1:11 to go in the game. It's Parowan 49, North Sevier 43 in this 2A girls, a 5th and 6th place game on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network. TeamHive.live, powered by Centricom and KSL Sports.
DP Curtis Trucking works hard to move America and get their drivers home on the weekend. DP Curtis is hiring reliable drivers with starting wage at 42 cents a mile, going to 44 cents after 90 days. Additional pay for tarps, drops, picks, and additional trailers. Employment options include insurance, 401k, paid vacation, bonuses, and more. To join the DP Curtis crew, call 435-893-2886, 893-2886, or click on dpcurtis.com.
Exciting high school sports action on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network and Centricom Channel 10.
We're back here at the Lifetime Activity Center at Salt Lake Community College. 1:11 to go in the game. Parowan leads by 6 and has the ball coming out of the timeout with 32 seconds on the shot clock.
Yeah, North Sevier's got a foul early. They can't let any time run off the clock, but the other thing they got to do is they've got to box out and rebound on the missed foul shot.
They now bring Mila Torgerson into the game for Allie Mason. They throw up top, and Robinson able to go get it. High on the right side, able to shovel it out to Anderson. Guarded by Trey Torgerson. Anderson steps through with a couple of pivots, now drives baseline, got inside to the short corner, kicks it back out to Hewlett. And there's the reach-in foul on Butler. So Brooklyn Hewlett will go to the line to shoot 1-1.
Yeah, they waste 12 seconds and then foul probably the best free throw shooter on this team for Parowan and Brooklyn Hewlett.
She is 3 for 4 from the line in this game, has 10 points. Here's the front end of the 1-1. Got it.
And this is the one you can't just assume it's going to go in. You've got to box out.
Second free throw. Good. 2 big free throws there, puts the lead back up to 8. 51-43 Parowan, 59 seconds to go. Trey Torgerson back in for Mila Torgerson.
And Parowan's going to pick him up full court, make him use some clock, bringing the ball up the floor.
Bounce it into Kel Torgerson. Goes back to Trey down the right sideline. Trey pushing the pace, dribbles in, puts up the runner off the glass and in. Trey Torgerson now is 16. 6-point game again. Bounce into Robinson, and she'll be fouled by Butler. And that'll be the 4th now on Brooklyn Butler. And send Bella Robinson to the line to shoot 1-1 on the 9th team foul.
You know, Butler obviously knows you got to foul and stop the clock right there, but now she can't be the one that fouls. She's got 4. You know, if you can switch offense, defense, but it's got to be very well known to everyone else out there on the floor that you've got to be the one that fouls.
Robinson's first free throw of the game. She has 10 points. Here's the front end. Off the rim, no good. Kel Torgerson the rebound. Out to Swayze Mason, and she turned it over as she dribbled out of bounds off the pressure of Brinley Anderson.
Yeah, we've seen that multiple times where, you know, you get cut off on the sideline. You gotta pivot, stop, cross over, you know, even back up your dribble, whatever you have to do. You can't just dribble out of bounds right there.
Matheson to inbound. Lobs it in for Robinson, knocked away by Rosequist, and Rosequist gets the steal to Butler. Tries to pass it down the floor, now does to Trey Torgerson. Left side layup, no good. Rebound tipped up. Torgerson gets it back, goes back up, no good. Rebound is going to be a foul or jump ball called. It'll go to Parowan. Actually, it should be North Sevier. Parowan got the last one, right? When Johnson tied it up.
You're right, yeah. Yeah, North Sevier got it, and then Johnson got it right back for him. And I
don't remember another one since then. Maybe there was.
There could have been,
but timeout called.
Yeah, and North Sevier right there. They make that layup. It's 51-47. It's a 4-point game, and obviously more time on the clock. But they've missed way too many easy ones.
Yeah. Coach Larson using her timeout here with 32.6 seconds to go. Coming up next, Dennis Aldridge and I will bring you the coverage of the boys' 5th and 6th place game with number 1 Enterprise, number 2 Millard. But right now we've got the 5th and 6th seeds in the girls' tournament battling for 5th and 6th place.
Yeah, and there's still lots of time, 32.6 seconds. North Sevier still has 3 timeouts. They've got to, you know, maybe they can get a 5-second count, steal the ball, but they've got to score quick and then burn their timeout so that they can stop the clock and set up their defense, and then just they got to continue to just play that foul game where you've got to foul and put them on the line, make Parowan go to the free throw line and win this one.
32.6 seconds to go. 51-45 is your score. It'll be Parowan basketball coming out of the timeout. Length of the floor to go.
Yeah, North Sevier's got to be aware of that little lob over the top to the 2 guards and maybe have someone kind of playing center field right there where they can anticipate that and go steal that pass.
So they've got Swayze Mason. Pass comes into Hewlett. Working on Torgerson. Torgerson called for the reach in. That'll be the second on Trey Torgerson and send Hewlett to the line to shoot 2 free throws.
Number 15,
yeah, and this is where you get Butler back in. They were smart. They had her on the bench so that she didn't pick up her 5th, and now they can bring her in on offense.
Shooting 2 shots will be Brooklyn Hewlett.
First free throw from Hewlett. Push the lead back to 3 possessions is good. Hewlett now with 13 to lead the Rams. Butler back into the game for North Sevier for Mila Torgerson.
Yeah, and so far Hewlett's been pretty good right there at the free throw line. They need to try to deny her the inbounds next time.
Second one good. She has 14, and it's back to an 8-point lead. Up the floor comes Kel Torgerson. Top of the key, steps into a deep NBA 3. Off the rim, no good. Rebound by Rosequist. She'll go back up, no good. Rebounds on the ground, and a foul called. Johnson went to the ground with the basketball, and it looks like she'll be shooting free throws. With 21 seconds left, Parowan can fill the win.
Yeah, North Sevier just kind of running out of time right now.
Rosequist will pick up the foul. Her third. Bella Johnson, 1 for 2 from the free throw line in the game, has 9 points. First one, no good. Aspen Gents back into the game for Parowan. She'll come in for Bella Robinson. One more from Johnson. Off the rim, got it to go. Fourth player in double figures for Parowan. 9-point lead, 54-45. Butler up top. Hands off on the wing to Kel Torgerson. Dribbles in, puts up the 17-foot runner. No good, but free throws coming for Kel Torgerson. First player other than Brooklyn Butler for North Sevier to shoot free throws.
Yeah. That's not very often you see that in a game, but right here Torgerson has a chance to make two, but I think it's going to be a little too late.
Brinley Anderson picks up her fourth foul as Kel Torgerson makes the first one. She has 4 points. And 4 new players in for North Sevier as they'll bring in the seniors. Cameron Pierce, Drew Sedgwick, Mila Torgerson. Second one for Kel Torgerson is good, and now Allie Mason will come back onto the floor.
Yeah, and it's kind of nice to see her make that free throw so that Allie Mason can get back in, the seniors for North Sevier on the court to finish this one out.
Pass comes into Hewlett, works her way down the floor, weaves her way through traffic, down to 9 seconds left. And a timeout called by Coach Johnson. With 6.7 seconds to go, it's Parowan 54, North Sevier 47 on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network, TeamHive.live, and KSL Sports.
Hi, I'm Jennifer Christensen, CTE Director for Sevier, Paiute, and Wayne School Districts. Do you know what career pathways are offered at your high school? Career and Technical Education provides career exploration and career guidance through 35 CTE career pathways. This gives students a direct connection between doing well in high school and being able to transition smoothly to post-secondary opportunities that include on-the-job training, certificate programs, and 2- and 4-year college degrees. To learn more about these career pathways, talk to your CTE teachers and school counselors.
Mason Machinery in Springville and Aurora have a non-stop tractor workhorse, just what you need for a non-stop world. Power Star tractors from New Holland provide unprecedented power, comfort, and performance in a utility tractor so you can tackle grounds, municipal or farm tasks with ease. Choose from 6 models from 64 to 117 engine horsepower with an open-air ROPS platform or spacious Vision View cab. Learn more about the Power Star family of tractors. Stop by Mason Machinery in Springville and Aurora today.
Exciting high school sports action on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network and Centricom Channel 10.
Seniors on the floor for North Sevier, subs for Parowan as well. And Brooklyn Hewlett's just going to dribble it out. That will do it. The 5 seniors from North Sevier came in to finish it out. There is a 6'1" Sydney Henry injured, but the 6 seniors walk out the floor for the final time for this North Sevier team, while Parowan also finished with 5 seniors leaving the floor after this game.
Yeah, and even looking beyond that, there's both these two teams having lots of seniors, but they've got good young players. There's a bright future, but, those seniors laying it out on the line in the state tournament. And, it's tough for them to have their high school seasons and careers come to an end. But, both these two teams have represented their teams well, and the senior leadership has been great throughout the season.
Parowan gets to be one of the 3 out of 23 teams in 2A that gets to finish the season with a win.
With a win, yeah.
54-47. Parowan the win over North Sevier as Parowan finishes in 5th place. North Sevier 6th there at the 2A state tournament. We'll take a break, come back with the Sunrise Engineering postgame show next on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network. TeamHive.live, powered by Centricom and KSL Sports.
Some hands swing rackets or grip irons. Some make winning plays or navigate steep trails. And some hands heal. They mend broken bones, deliver new life, set us on the right path, and help us feel better again. At Sevier Valley Hospital, our hands are here to help and heal.
The principal, office staff, faculty, and student body of North Sevier High School are proud supporters of the North Sevier Lady Wolves this season. They would like to congratulate the North Sevier team members, the coaches, and managers on a great season and wish them the very best in this year's playoffs. The school fully supports education and athletics in molding the future leaders of our area. North Sevier High School is happy to be a North Sevier Lady Wolves sports booster.
At UCCU, we'll provide you with a low-rate line of credit that makes it easy to access the equity in your home with no fees or closing costs. Just complete an application on your phone or computer or stop by any branch.
Hi, I'm Barrett Hilton with TeamHive.live, where we've created a locally run video streaming platform for Utah schools. Bookmark TeamHive.live, Utah's new home for streaming high school sports and other events. Powered by Centricom Local 10.
Live high school sports action on Centricom Channel 10 and the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network.
Welcome back here to Salt Lake Community College. Robert Lovell with you alongside Nolan Anderson on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network. TeamHive.live, powered by Centricom and KSL Sports. Once again, your final number 6, Parowan 54, number 5, North Sevier 47. And as a result, Parowan finishes 5th here in the 2A state tournament. North Sevier finishes 6th. Here this weekend. This is the Sunrise Engineering postgame show promoting athletic and academic excellence. Visit them at sunrise-eng.com. Nolan, your takeaway from this game?
You know, I honestly thought it was going to be the type of game that it was, but I thought maybe North Sevier would be the team coming out on top in this one. But Parowan just proved too much for them. And, you know, so far we've seen that region has been a little bit stronger, Robert. And sometimes I think when you're playing night in, night out, really tough competition every time, when it gets time for a tournament, it pays off. Yeah. Because you know, you got Beaver and Kanab in the championship. This Parowan team took Kanab right down to the wire. It looked like they were going to win that one maybe, and then Kanab pulls that one out. We've seen Kanab knock off North Summit, and so right now that southern region pretty strong.
Yeah, Region 19 is showing out both for the boys and girls so far here at these state tournaments. And we talk about that, and in the girls, we obviously talked about the strength of Region 16-2 with North Summit and Duchesne and North Sevier and Millard, obviously all making it to the state tournament this year.
Yeah, you know, both those two teams of the two regions of the 4 regions in the state, by far the strongest, but it looks like Region 19 maybe a little bit stronger.
As Parowan gets the win here, 54-47 here at the state tournament. Let's give you your final stats in this game. We appreciate the stat keepers here at Salt Lake Community College helping us out with those. First off, for Parowan, 4 players in double figures. Brooklyn Hewlett, 14 points and 8 rebounds. Caitlin Matheson, 12 points, 7 rebounds, 5 steals. And Bella Johnson, a double-double, 10 points and 10 rebounds. And Bella Robinson, 10 points in the game for Parowan. They end up shooting just 30% from the floor in this one. 29% from 3, 62% from the free throw line. So, again, not necessarily great shooting numbers, but they got a lot more shots up than North Sevier. And they end up getting 9 more shots up than North Sevier in this game.
Yeah, and that's primarily because of the turnovers. And you talk about the scoring right there for Parowan. 4 players in double figures. That's hard to beat a team when they've got 4 in double figures.
They also had Aspen Jens off the bench with 6 points. Sadie Jensen had 1, and Brinley Anderson had 1 as well for Parowan. Anderson also had 6 rebounds in the win. And then for the North Sevier Wolves, they were led today by Trey Torgerson. She finishes with 16 points and 9 rebounds. 15 points for Brooklyn Butler with 6 rebounds, 4 assists, and 4 steals. And 5 points for Swayze Mason with 3 rebounds. 5 points for Kel Torgerson in the game for the Wolves. 4 points and 12 rebounds for Allie Mason. And then 2 points off the bench for Alyssa Rosequist for North Sevier. They end up shooting just 33% from the floor and 28% from 3. 80% from the free throw line as they go 8 for 10 from the charity stripe in the game, but just not enough in this one.
No, really. I mean, you look at shooting percentage across the board. Their 2-point field goals they're higher than Parowan. Within 2%, they're a little bit lower as a 3-point field goal, but then higher at the free throw line. It was just a matter of shots. Parowan got up more shots than North Sevier did, primarily because of those turnovers.
Yeah, 9 more shots and then 11 more free throws.
Yeah, true. And obviously those fouls there at the end, adds up.
And turnover-wise, it was 24 for North Sevier, 14 for Parowan in the game. Rebound battle was won by North Sevier 41-38, but 18 offensive rebounds for Parowan compared to 14 for North Sevier. So there's your final stats here in this one as these two teams wrap up their season. Nolan, any final thoughts?
No, just excited. It's been a great season so far. This tournament, both boys and girls, has been a lot of fun games, and wish those seniors for both North Sevier and Parowan luck in their futures, and for those younger girls that still have a chance to come back. Now it's time to hit the weight room and the gym in the off season and get ready for next year.
So that's going to do it for this broadcast. We'll take a break, and then we'll come back with the 2A boys at 5th and 6th place games. As we have number 1 Enterprise, number 2 Millard squaring off next. Dennis Aldridge will hop on to join me for that one as Nolan Anderson gets a breather for a game. So that'll be coming up next here at Salt Lake Community College. Once again, your final in this one inside the Sunrise Engineering postgame show. Parowan 54, North Sevier 47 on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network, TeamHive.live, and KSL Sports.
Since 1947, Barney Trucking has built a reputation of unparalleled customer service and satisfaction in the trucking industry. Barney Trucking is now hiring drivers statewide, including Beaver, Millard, Sevier, San Pete, Juab, Carbon, Emery, Utah, and Salt Lake counties, as well as many other locations. The job includes a home daily schedule, excellent pay, benefits, training, retirement, a positive work environment, and requires a Class A CDL license with doubles endorsement. To apply, go to barneyjobs.com. That's barneyjobs.com.
Hi, I'm Barrett Hilton with TeamHive.live, where we've created a locally run video streaming platform for Utah schools. On our website, you're not going to wade through a bunch of unrelated content. You bring up TeamHive.live and you're just going to find a lot of high school sports and events. We've created tools that make it super easy for you to create events and stream to our site. And if you ever need help with anything, you can give me a call. So I want to invite your school to join the team. If you're a Utah high school, you can stream live on TeamHive. That's TeamHive.live, powered by Centricom.
Discover squeaky cheese, hand-dipped ice cream, and family-friendly bathrooms all at the Creamery, Beaver's Cheese Store. With an expanded storefront, you can explore our farm-to-table story, sample our signature cheeses, enjoy breakfast or lunch at the Creamery kitchen, or shop some of Utah's favorite products from specialty cheeses to local honey and jam. Stop on in and discover what the excitement is all about. Visit the Creamery in Beaver at 165 South, 500 West, now open Sundays noon to 6 and extended hours Thursdays and Fridays until 8 p.m.
Having a strong support team that you can trust can make or break an individual outcome. Just like on a sports team, our healthcare team at the Delta and Fillmore Community Hospitals are dedicated to provide quality care close to home on an individual basis. From our physicians to our nursing staff, along with our technicians and many other healthcare professionals, our team is ready to provide the best quality care for our friends, neighbors, and local athletes in Millard County. Intermountain Delta Community and Fillmore Community Hospitals, providing a strong, dedicated team for you.
You know what's better than a hardware store? A hardware store with a lumber mill. And even better, a hardware store lumber mill that carries top-rated Benjamin Moore and Clark Kensington paint. Plus, their color-matching technology allows them to match any color. And you know what's better than an Ace hardware store? A locally owned Ace hardware store. Fish Lake Lumber in Beaver.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
The Intermountain Power Service Corporation is committed to supporting our local schools, communities, and the economies of central and south central Utah. Each year, IPSC's two 950-megawatt generating units provide 3 million megawatt hours of energy for communities in Utah and Southern California. The Intermountain Power Project ranks among the best of coal-based power plants in reliability, cost-effectiveness, and environmental responsibility. IPSC, honored to sponsor this sports broadcast.
Zions Bank proudly supports our local communities and schools. We've been providing families and businesses with banking tools and stellar service for nearly 150 years. For helping you achieve your financial goals, Zions Bank is for you.
The living room. It's a great place to watch TV. Just like your backyard, break time at the office, or while on the go. Now you can watch TV everywhere. Call or visit Centricom.com to learn more.
We go beyond filling prescriptions. Service Drug is a great place for shopping, too. Your family-owned and operated pharmacy that's served our community since 1939. Service Drug is stocked full of gifts, home decor, seasonal items, greeting cards, even a wedding registry. And at the heart of what we do, assistance with your prescriptions, medical supplies, and equipment. Home delivery, vaccinations, and curbside pickup is available in Delta and Fillmore, and on Facebook and Instagram, where you get service first at Service Drug.
Live high school sports action on Centricom Channel 10 and the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network.
Welcome back to Salt Lake Community College. Robert Lovell with you alongside Dennis Aldridge on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network. TeamHive.live, powered by Centricom and KSL Sports, as we get ready for the 2A boys 5th and 6th place games. And